Okay, guys, hello again. Day 87 in a row. So, yeah, today is morning as well. Saturday, holiday. I like Saturdays. Today, what we
Hello, welcome to Jap.
I think what we do today is watch a couple of videos from here, maybe these two videos, and then watch some stories from here, a video from here, couple of videos from here, and this story, maybe two stories. Let's see. But for now, let's just watch a couple of videos from here. Two videos. So yeah, let's just begin. Wait, is Oyabin live? No. Okay, anyways. Yeah, as we said before, maybe one day, not maybe one day, oh, I want to play games, video games with Oyabin. Maybe Street Fighter or something. Yeah, this Street Fighter. Okay, we'll see when I find some time. But for now, let's just learn Japanese.
Japanese from Zero, Course 2, Lesson 7. Today we're going to talk about my least favorite subject in any language, Japanese family structure. Although it's awkward, I don't mean that Japanese family structure is my least favorite thing in other languages. I mean family structure is my least favorite. Now, a lot of textbooks, I don't know why, they feel like immediately they need to teach you all of the family structure. I'm in a Chinese class right now at the university here in Las Vegas, and we're on, I think, lesson 2 or 3, and already it's family structure. And Korean, when I learned Korean, right in the beginning of the book, it's family structure. And the problem with Chinese and even Japanese and Korean is that these Asian countries, and I don't know how it is in other countries because I haven't studied tons of other languages besides those three, but depending on what side of the family that person was born or where they exist, the word uncle changes. Now in Japanese, we're very, very lucky. The word doesn't change, only the kanji changes. Kanji is the Chinese writing, right? The really complicated characters. You're learning katakana. You already know hiragana at this point in the books, so I'm pretty sure you know what I mean when I say kanji. I'm no longer going to call them the Chinese characters because they are Japanese characters also, all right? But that's the one thing that changes. Luckily in Japanese, it's the same thing. But when you start learning Korean, you'll learn that, wow, the words change. And in Chinese, the words change. It's very complicated. So I hate this. I actually hate this topic. But it's not so bad for Japanese. There are a little bit of things we have to go through. So what we're going to do is, oh, by the way, you do have to know. Ha, hi, hu, he, ho. Babi bu bebo and papi pu pepo. I don't know why I just like saying papi pu pepo. It just sounds cute. We're going to fill in all of these boxes with Japanese words. This is really just purely almost going to be a vocabulary lesson. But I will talk a little bit about some special things that Japanese does with these words for family members as we go through them. So let's look at the first one. This is how to say son in Japanese. Now, what I've done is I've color-coded this last part, okay? Hopefully you can see it. If you're watching on the live stream, yeah, you can see it. Everything looks clean. But because I had to make everything small to fit them all on the screen. So if you see this, it means that there's a special thing with that. The special thing with that on this one is if you just say musuko, it's your own son, musuko. But when you're talking about someone else's son, you have to raise the politeness level, and you say musuko-san. Okay? So for example, musuko-san wa imasu ka? Do you have a son? Or is your son here? It could be both of those, right? Same thing with daughter. Musume. Musume means daughter if you're talking about yourself. For example, I have musume ga futari imasu. Musume ga futari imasu. I have 2 daughters, but if you're talking about someone else, then it's musume-san. It's someone else's daughter. Okay? Let's talk about musume just for a second. This kind of just occurred to me. If you are into anything Japanese, J-pop, for example, you might know the group. They're still around. Morning Musume. Morning Musume. So musume does mean daughter, but it also can mean girl. It doesn't really have to mean daughter. In that case, I think morning musume is often translated as morning daughter, but it's really just like saying morning girls. Okay? So keep that in mind. If I can think of other musume words, I will. Yeah, I can't. All right, let's move on. Oni-san.
Oni-san. Okay, these are
Oni-san.
the easy
Okay,
actually.
Oni-san means older brother. Oni-san. Okay? But you will find out that these words play a double role. That's what I meant to say. They do 2 things. So yeah, Oni-san means older brother. But it also means young man. And it's a way to address somebody that you don't know. Okay? I remember when I lived in Japan, I knew that these words existed, and I knew that the family words often had the double meanings like they did. But because I was a foreigner in Japan, I was never referred to as Oni-san. I was always referred to as Gaijin, the foreigner. And typically children, for example, would say, there's a Gaijin over there, like Gaijin-san ga imasu, right? Gaijin-san. They would put the san on the end to make it more polite. The first time that I ever got called Oni-san was a surprisingly happy moment. I remember I was very, very happy. I went into a bookstore, which I love. I freaking love bookstores. I really do. So you see all these books? This isn't decoration. When I go to, I'm learning Korean now. So when I go to Korea, I buy tons of books related to Korean. I also have a lot of books on Chinese because I'm learning that too. But even though I never read them, I literally never read them. I was in a bookstore and I had taken off, it was a very cold day, and I had taken off my gloves because it was warm in the bookstore, and I had set them down and I was reading books. And as I left the store, I had forgot my gloves. And the old lady ran after me screaming, Oni-san! Oni-san! That's how Oni-san's used. Okay? She doesn't know my name, but in America we would just say, excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. You would be called sir. You wouldn't really be called a young man, but that's what she's calling me in Japan. Young man? Young man? Okay? It's kind of like I think we used to do this in America. If you watch older movies, it's a thing we used to do. Excuse me, young lady. Okay? We typically would just say something different nowadays. I feel like we would. Someone can correct me in the comments. So I was very happy. I thought, wow, at that moment, I felt like I'm part of Japan now. I've been accepted into the culture. Because you got to understand, I was 16 or 17 at that point. So as much as I loved Japan, I was always the gaijin. And then there was another time after that. I was very, I mixed emotion. You know what? I'm going to talk about it when we get to this word. I'll tell you my mixed emotion on it. So Oni-san is older brother. Okay? So if you're talking like, oh yeah, my older brother. See, in America, we typically say my brother. We don't really know older or younger. A lot of times when I was interpreting, if someone said my brother, I wouldn't know what to say in Japanese because look at this. Younger, I didn't have enough space, so it says younger bro, but that means younger brother. Ototo. So ototo means younger brother. So when I do interpreting work, if someone says, this is my brother, I would literally have to go, I'm sorry, is it your older brother or your younger brother? Because there's no random word for just brother that's used in everyday language, okay? Kyodai, we know means brothers and sisters, right? It means siblings. But that word is what's supposed to mean brother, right? It's supposed to. You say otoko kyodai, you'll say that like boy, sibling, but typically you wouldn't say this is my otoko kyodai. That doesn't sound right. You could say otoko kyodai ga imasu ka? Like, do you have boy siblings? But even that you typically don't say. So when I was interpreting, I was like, hey, I have to know. Why did I have to know? Because I have to use one of these words. Oni-san or ototo. All right? One-san. 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 Now remember, In Oni-san, we have this E, which is the double.
Oni-san.
It makes it a double
One-san.
vowel. Double vowel. Oni-san. It's not Oni-san. If you say Oni-san, it means devil or ogre. Okay, you don't want to do that, and you've made it polite. An Oni is an ogre. Oni-san is Mr. Ogre. You don't want to, it's Oni-san. Okay? One-san. Lengthen it properly so that your Japanese doesn't sound awkward. Okay? One-san. And imoto. Imoto. Younger sis. I ran out of space. Younger sister. So, same thing. You will refer to a woman who is young as one-san. Now, you will not refer to somebody as imoto or ototo. Okay? And even if you're older than that girl or guy, just like that old woman in the bookstore was older than me, she still called me Oni-san, which means older brother, because it doesn't mean that when she refers to me that way. In that context, it means young man. And young woman is the same thing. It's one-san. One-san. Ah, sumimasen, one-san, one-san. Hey, woman. Hey, young woman. One-san, one-san. Okay? All right. Okay, here we go. Here's another special one with the go in the yellow with the black text. That means there's something to think about there. So we have this word husband. Goshujin. Okay? Goshujin. Give me a second. So, by the way, I'm talking about this word list right here. This is the word list in book 2. Okay, lesson 7. And I just wanted to make sure okay. You know what I was doing right now? I'll be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Remember how we talked about lengthening and like we just did right now? In my mind, I think, wait a minute, is it shujin? And I have a typo. I didn't. I did it right when I typed it. But in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, is it shujin or shujin? Because it's important not to mess that up. And even me, after all these years, I still get doubts. Like, am I getting like oni-san, one-san? Yeah, those are easy. But I never say husband. You know, I never, because I don't have one, right? All right, so it is goshujin. And here's an interesting fact. The kanji for shujin is main person. All right? This exact word, shujin, they also refer to it as master. Okay? Shujin. If you're in a bar or in a family-owned restaurant or something like that, the owner of the restaurant is called shujin. He's the main person. He's the owner. If you ever go to a maid cafe, they have these maid cafes in Akihabara, and probably not just Akihabara anymore, but Akihabara is this, they call it Electric Town. It's got all these stores that sell electronics, and they've got a lot of cool video game centers and pachinkos. But many years back, they started having these maid cafes. It's girls that are dressed up like French maids. It's not weird in any way. It's just from anime, people got the idea that it would be cool to do this. So if you go in there, you are called Goshujin-sama or Shujin-sama. They add sama to make it more polite. So they call you master. So that word also means master. When it's someone else's husband, you must have the go on it. So Goshujin. Goshujin no namae wa nan desu ka? What is your husband's name? Goshujin no namae wa nan desu ka? Your own husband, though, you refer to as just shujin. A key rule of Japanese is never talk polite about your own group, whether it be your company, your school, people in your own group, or your family. You tend to talk down, not talk down, but you keep the level of humbleness there, you know, and you want to talk up to people typically. All right? Kanai. Kanai is a way to say wife. There are a few ways to say wife. We're only going to talk about 2 of them. I like this one because of the historical nature of it. Shujin, remember, was main person when you look at the Chinese characters or the kanji. And this one, kanai, means in the house. That is so wrong. Like, could you imagine in America if you introduced your wife as, hey, yeah, this is my in the house. Yeah, no, I'm main person. This is my in the house. If you look at old Japanese couples walking down the street, a lot of times the woman will be walking behind the man. It's a very typical scenario. Just because that is the culture of Japan. The man was the master of the house. All right. Here's another way to say husband. Otto. Now this one is only about yourself. Otto. your husband. And I, again, rarely say this word because I don't have a husband. Another way to say wife is oksan. Now, oksan is someone else's wife, right? However, it's not wrong to say your own wife is oksan. I know this because I always say oksan. I always say watashi no oksan, my wife. And then a few years back, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm wrong. I think I've been saying it wrong all these years. And then I started asking all of my Japanese friends. I was like, no. You can say watashi no okusan. So, when you're in doubt, ask your Japanese friends. And by the way, don't ask just one. Ask multiple people, because some Japanese people will have different opinions. That person might never say okusan, and he'll tell you it's wrong. Another man will say okusan about his wife, and to him it's right. So what you need to do is get a variety of answers and then judge the answer based on that. For example, in English, right? In English, some people say, yeah, that's my woman. We say, that's my woman. But some man might never say that's my woman because they feel it talks down to them. So if you ask the man who says my woman, he says, oh yeah, you just call her your woman. Totally, we do this all the time in America, right? Another man might say, oh, she's my life partner. I call her my life partner. That's what we always say in America. And another person says, oh no, I call her my wife. Another one says, I call her my wifey. Do you see the problem? Everybody has an opinion about their language. And to them, that is what everyone says. A really popular example about English is Coke. Some people call Coke a Coke. Some people call it cola. Some people call it Pepsi. Depending on I'm not talking about the brand Coke. I'm talking about soda pop, right? There's soda, cola, pop, carbonated drink. I mean, everyone has a different way of saying soda pop. I don't say soda pop. I don't call it pop. I call it a Coke. So yeah, let me get a Coke, right? So depending on who you are, your opinion. And I want you to think about this too. If a Japanese person asks you a question about English, think, is this something that I always say? And it's my opinion? Never, ever, never make the mistake of saying, we always do this in America. Because it's not true. Everyone's different. I didn't mean to go into that. That was an unplanned rant. But while we're on the subject, sometimes people will tell me, George, Japanese people always say this, and you didn't teach it to us. Well, guess what? I just never was around Japanese people that said that particular thing. Everyone's experience will be different with Japan. Whether if you go to Hokkaido, or if you're in Okinawa or Tokyo, or if your family is a second generation. If your family is a second generation Japanese family, their Japanese is going to be completely different because even though they speak Japanese fluently, they grew up in America or they've been here for a long time. While we're doing examples, while this is turning into a long lesson, the word for free phone, like, we have 1-800 numbers in America. I don't know what it is in your country, but it's a number you can call and it doesn't cost anything to call. And a lot of companies have this number. In Japan, that is called free dialu. Free dialu means free dial. Okay, it looks like it comes from English, but we don't say that in America. In America, we say toll free. But second generation Japanese families or Japanese families that have been in America for a long time, they don't say free dialu. Even when they're talking to Japanese people in Japan, they say toll free. They've made their own new version to match the surrounding country that they're in. Okay, so people's opinions will be different on language. So I say okusan. Other people say kanai. Other people say a word we don't have here, tsuma. I never say tsuma because it sounds too much like the word spit, which is tsuba. So I don't like to say it. All right, uncle is oji-san. Oji-san. Not oji-san, which we learned way back in book 1. Oji-san means old man, older man, right? Like old man, or grandfather. This is uncle, oji-san. I'm oji-san level.
Oji-san.
I am not oni-san anymore. Okay? Unless maybe a very old lady is calling me oni-san because in her perspective, I'm just a young man. But for most people, I'm oji-san. Now, I remember being on a train, and for the very first time, someone referred to me as oji-san. He was a little kid, and he walked up to me and he just grabbed my leg. I don't know what he was, like 3 or 4, and he just grabbed my leg, and I looked down, And then the mother said something like, Dada, Oji-san ga. I was like, oh. And he was like, it's like stupid. It's a stupid moment to be excited at. But I wasn't called a foreigner to this kid. I was just an old man. An oldish man, right? A man, an uncle. Yeah, I was very happy about that. All right? And Obasan. Obasan, aunt. No woman wants to be called Obasan. And if you screw it up and even go further and say Obasan, you're really going to make them upset. Don't do that. Okay? Obasan. But when you're talking about someone, an event that happened, you can say, yeah, this lady, this Obasan, you know, she came and did this thing or whatever. You can call her Obasan and Oji-san. This is how you refer to people. Okay? You use their relative age. All right? All right. We're coming down to the end here. Oko-san. Oko-san means someone else's child. Oko-san. When you're talking about your own child, you're going to say kodomo. Now, kodomo means your own child, yeah? But it also just means children or child, right? So, there was many children. You know, kodomo ga takusan imashita. We don't know takusan yet. I don't think we do. Takusan means many. Kodomo ga takusan imashita. There were many children. All right. That is Japanese family, at least as far as I want to take it. We'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.
Okay, let's check the next video.
Hi. I was wondering if I could get a quick trim.
Welcome to the
Okay, I think we watched this video. How many left? Video 54. So almost 101 videos left till we finish this playlist. Anyways, let's just
continuation of Japanese from Zero, course 2, lesson 7. Gosh, I think we're maybe 40 or more videos into this series. So if you're here for the very first time, I'm sorry. I assume you know some things, so I'm not going to soften it for you. We're going to be talking about often and not often. And then we're going to do something that is not in the book in this video, because I realized as I was making this video, wow, why is that not in the book? You do need to know ha, hi, hu, he, ho, pa, bi, pu, pe, po, and pa, pi, pu, pe, po. Today's words are just two of them. It is yoku, yoku, which means often, and ammari. Now in the book we have it as ammari, but it's also amari. Now I never say amari, ever. I always say ammari, but apparently some Japanese people say amari. I grew up in Aomori Prefecture. Aomori Prefecture is in the north of Japan, not Tokyo. So I actually, you know what we're going to do?
Wow.
I grew up in Aomori Prefecture.
Aomori. I would like to live like in such areas of Japan. Wait. Aomori, wow. It would be nice. Let's just get into Google Maps. Aomori. It's in the north. Would be nice to live like in such areas here or here as well. Not in Tokyo. I would love to live in such places. But maybe one day. Ah, it snows there, huh? It rains a lot, seems. Okay. snows a lot, it seems, in Aomori. Okay, anyways.
Aomori Prefecture is in the north of Japan, not Tokyo. So I actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go through some sentences, and then I'm going to have our correspondent in Japan, Shiori, answer me this question. And the question is, Shiori-san, あなたはあんまりを使うんですか？それともあまりを使うんですか？どういう人があんまりを使うんですか？どういう人があんまりを使うんですか？私が知りたくて聞いてます。よろしくお願いします。Our correspondent in Japan, Shiori, answer me this question. And the question is, Shiori-san, あなたはあんまりを使うんですか？それともあまりを使うんですか？どういう人があんまりを使うんですか？どういう人があんまりを使うんですか？私が知りたくて聞いてます。よろしくお願いします。
はい。私はあんまりを使います。でも正直に言うと、あんまの方が使います。あんまは、あまりとあんまりと同じ意味。だけど、すごいと使います。あんまは、あまりとあんまりと同じ意味。だけど、すごい砕けた言い方。そう、例えば、あんましないよとか、あんま食べないとか、そんな感じ。あんまりとあんまは同じぐらい使ってる。使ってると思う。そして、みんなね、多分、一番みんなが使ってるのは多分ね、あんまりだと思う。けど、そんなに意識してないから、あまりも使うだろうし、あんまも使うだろうし、あんまりも使うと思う。でも、目上の人と話すときに、あんまって言うと、ちょっとなんて言うんだろう。砕けすぎてる感じになっちゃうかな。そう。でもどういう人があんまりって言うんだろうね。言うんだろうね。友達同士じゃないかな。そう、目上の人になったら、なっても言うか。そんなに気にしなくて使っていいと思う。けど、一番礼儀正しいのはあまり。そう。例えば、書いたりするとき、文章で書くときは、あんまりでは絶対に書かない。ちゃんとした文で書くときは、あまりを使う。正しいのはあまりなんだけど、なんでだろうね。なんであんまりになっちゃったんだろう。多分ね、あとまっていう間、絶対口閉じるから、あんまりって。そこの、まの時に伸びちゃったんだと思う。あんまり。そう。あんまりしないよとか、あんまり食べないよとか、そう。結構ね、そう、感情が入ってると思う。はい、そんな感じです。
I was in the country, so I used amari. So that's what we're going to do because to me, amari feels wrong. And this is exactly what I was talking about in the last video, that some Japanese people are going to tell you one thing and some people are going to tell you another. All right. So, yoku plus a positive verb means you often do a thing. Now, for those of you that are language people, yoku is an adverb. It's just an adverb. It's modifying the verb to say you do it this often, okay? So here we go. Yoku Tokyo ni ikimasu. Very simple. You put it right in front of the entire sentence. Totally fine. I often go to Tokyo. You could also say Tokyo ni yoku ikimasu. Okay? To Tokyo, I often go. Now, typically, it's better to have an adverb directly in front of the verb, but it's really not important in this case unless it was a much longer sentence. Yoku Tokyo ni ikimasu. I often Tokyo ni ikimasu is the action, so it can come right in front of that. All right. What if you are in Japan? Well, when you're in Japan, people are going to ask you this question. I think there's a good chance someone will ask you, Nihon ni yoku kimasu ka? Nihon ni yoku kimasu ka? Do you often come to Japan? And you could say, Hai, yoku kimasu. Yeah, you can say kimasu because you're in Japan. But what if you were on the phone and you were calling from Brazil? You are in Brazil and someone says, in Japan, says to you, Nihon ni yoku kimasu ka? You must answer, Hai, yoku ikimasu. Remember this, please, because in English, we sometimes say come when we're not really coming. We're supposed to say go, but we don't. We break our own rules. All right? 私の奥さんはよく日本に帰ります。私の奥さんはよく日本に帰ります。My wife often returns to Japan. This is true. She also goes back. Does not feel right in English to me. She often returns to Japan every year. When I got married, I might as well say this. I've been married now for almost 21 years. And my wife's mother was very opposed to the marriage. And the word in Japanese, by the way, is hantai. Hantai. She was hantai, opposed to the marriage. And I remember we went to her oji-san, to my wife's oji-san, okusan no oji-san no ie ni ikimashita. Okusan no oji-san no ie ni ikimashita. Went to my wife's uncle's house. And at that house we had like this big powwow meeting where it was like the uncle and the aunt and the mother and my wife to be and me. And I think it was supposed to be, tell this guy he can't marry my daughter, because I remember the mother had told me on the phone, onegai dakara, she's like, please don't marry her. And I'm like, come on, I love her. What do you want me to do? By the way, my wife is from the Kansai area. We were just talking about this in the chat room or in the YouTube stream. But Kansai dialect was being spoken here. That's the Osaka, Himeji, all the whole area around that is all this sort of different style Japanese. And where was I going with this? Oh, I remember. So the mother was against it, and she said to me, please, she only has one shot at getting married. Or she doesn't have a second shot at getting married. And I said, if your attitude is like this, she's only going to get she's not even going to get a second shot. She's going to have no shot. I was kind of young, and I said that to her. But I made a promise at that moment. This is why my wife goes back to Japan every year. I made a promise to my wife that I would send her back every single year. That was my yakusoku promise to her. All right, wow. I wanted to go further, but the camera is blinking, which means we're running out of space. Here's a good sentence. This is a very, very good sentence for those of you that are playing Pokemon Go still. 私はよくポケボールを買います。私はよくポケボールを買います。I often buy Pokeballs, and I do often buy Pokeballs. All right, now let's look at the opposite of often, and say not often. Okay, you can say, I know what I'd say to here. I put amari, okay, but I'm gonna say amari because my brain won't let me do anything else. Amari, okay. So don't often do a thing. So we're gonna use very similar sentences to what we just had. We're just gonna change the yoku to amari, and we're gonna give the verb negative. Ammari Tokyo ni ikimasen. I don't often go to Tokyo. Ammari Tokyo ni ikimasen. What does this mean? Think about it. Nihon ni yoku kimasu. Demo, 中国にはあんまり行きません。日本によく来ます。でも中国にはあんまり行きません。Now we don't know the context of the conversation. We don't know what they were talking about. We don't know what the question was. But we do know, where is this gentleman or woman who is saying this? He's in Japan. Because he said, 日本によく来ます. He can't say 行きます because he's there. All right? But でも中国には, but as to China, that's what the ni wa does. You're going to see wa after ni. When it is, it means you're stressing, well, but to China, Ammari ikimasen. I don't go. As opposed to Japan. Alright? 私の奥さんはあんまり日本に帰りません。私の奥さんはあまり日本に帰りません。My wife does not often go to Japan. Okay? Here is a complete lie. If I ever say this, I'm completely lying. 私はあんまりポケボールを買いません。私はあんまりポケボールを買いません。That is a complete lie. I often do buy them. But this sentence says I don't often buy Pokeballs. I do though. Now we're going to do something that is not in the book, but I realized as I was making this PowerPoint, it's way too easily mistaken. So let's go ahead and look at something that is confusing. The word yoku doesn't only mean often, it also means well. Okay? And this can be confusing. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about both of these. What we are doing in this lesson is this yoku. But we're not writing in kanji, so we don't know the difference. Okay? This yoku means often, but this yoku, in hiragana, they're the exact same thing. This yoku means well. It's an adverb, just like this yoku is an adverb. They're both adverbs. They both modify what happens with the verb, except for this one means you've done that particular action well, and this one means you do the action often. All right, so here's a very, very common phrase that's used all the time in Japan. We don't know it yet, but it is this. Yoku dekimashita. I had to make sure it was on the screen because it wasn't earlier. Yoku dekimashita. Matter of fact, hang on, there we go. Now I can see what's on the screen. So, yoku dekimashita is something a teacher might say to you when you've done something very well. Dekiru, the verb dekiru means to be able to do. It's an iru-eru verb, so it becomes dekimashita. You have done it well. You were able to do it well. And that's what that means, okay? So you'll even see it like on a test. Japanese teachers will stamp the test and have this little flower-like thing in the middle that will say, yoku dekimashita. Okay? And this yoku, by the way, comes from yoi. Remember we learned that back in course 1 somewhere? I think it was lesson 5 or something, where we learned good, and yoi, good. And yoku means well as an adverb, okay? So let's say that you were going to a friend's house and man, you were late and there was all these problems, like you're texting your friend along the way, you're like, man, I am in the worst traffic, the train was late, my airplane crashed, whatever happened to you, wow, the fact that you even arrived, yoku kimashita, you came well, it's just amazing that you made it here, right? It could be anything, like maybe, wow, I can't believe you came even though your father is sick with cancer in the hospital. Like, you shouldn't have come to the party, you know? Wow, you know, sometimes it can be said in an ironic way, like, wow, you did well coming. Shouldn't have come, though, okay? All right, so it could be that, too. So we're going to now look at two sentences that are very similar, okay? One is our level, and one is completely like a level 3 sentence, which we haven't, when the screen is green background, we'll be talking about this. It's this one. Hiragana ga yoku kakemasu. So this is not a typo. It's kakemasu. Okay, we don't know this yet, but it means to be able to write. And the particle becomes ga, not an o. Hiragana ga yoku kakemasu means you're able to write hiragana well. Someone might say this to you. Hiragana ga yoku kakemasu. Okay? It means you can write it well. Very similar looking sentence is hiragana o yoku kakimasu. This means I write hiragana well, or often, sorry. I write hiragana often. Even I got confused. I write hiragana often. Hiragana o yoku kakimasu. That's the difference. So just be a little bit careful. Most of the times, it's really easy to figure out when it's often versus well. But when you see it out of context, when you don't know, it's confusing. And I'm only really teaching it to you because I know there will be the people that go, but doesn't yoku mean good or well? Yes, it does, but not in this exact lesson. In this lesson, we're teaching often. So you will not see this in future lessons. Until we teach it, it will not be used anywhere. So don't worry about, if you didn't understand the differences, it's okay. I'll see you all in the next video. Dane. God, I love that band. All right, now that we've not made a huge mistake and wrote hiragana, we're gonna finish that last one without saying hiragana. Oh man, I don't know what happened. It's funny because people always mistakenly write hiragana, and I make fun of them. Like, man, they didn't learn hiragana yet. Like, oh, okay, well, maybe one day learn what it's actually called. Oh, okay, all right. Whoever pointed out the hiragana thing, thank you. I really appreciate that. I have so many typos because I type way too fast, and not in a good way. I just suck at paying attention to what I've typed. All right.
Students who work with Crimson Education are 4 times more likely to get into the university.
When the future first arrives, we often don't recognize it. Interactive Brokers founder Thomas Petter.
Welcome to Jap.
I'm not sure if we will watch this video now, maybe tomorrow. Let's do some of the videos from here. Listening can be easy learning with Utah. Vehicles, this one. Bus.
皆さんこんにちは。日本語ラーニングのゆうたです。この動画では乗り物を勉強しましょう。乗り物を勉強しましょう。それじゃあスタート。これは何ですか？これは何ですか？これは車です。車。車はとっても便利です。車を使うと好きなところ。車はとっても便利です。車を使うと好きなところにすぐに行くことができます。好きなところに行くことができます。車はとっても便利です。使うと車はとっても便利です。車を使うと好きなところにすぐに行くこと便利です。車を使うと好きなところにすぐに行くことができます。好きなところに行くことができます。車はとっても便利です。車があれば買い物をしたり旅行に行ったりいろんなことができます。でも車を運転するためには運転免許が必要です。運転免許が必要です。皆さんは運転免許を持っていますか？僕は運転免許を持っていますが、車は持っていません。今は東京に住んでいるので、車はいらないです。昔、田舎に住んでいた時は車を持っていました。田舎では車が必要なので、車を持っていました。今は持ってないです。これは何ですか？これは何ですか？これは電車です。電車。これは電車です。電車はたくさんの人が一気に乗ることができます。電車はたくさんの人が一気に乗ることができます。車は4人とか6人くらいです。でも電車は何百人が6人くらいです。でも電車は何百人の人が一気に乗ることができます。東京では移動するときによく電車を使います。東京では移動するときに電車をよく使います。街の中のいろいろなところに駅があるので、電車はとっても便利です。電車に乗るにはお金を払う必要があります。 お金を払う必要があります。日本ではスイカというカードを使ってお金を払うことができます。僕は電車を使うのが好きです。
I use 使う use ああ使う
2人車はとっても好きなところに車を使うと好きなところにすぐ
You use the car to go quickly to where you able to take you quickly
に行くことができます。電車はとっても便利です。電車に乗るにはお金を払う必要があります。日本ではスイカというカードを使ってお金を払うことができます。僕は電車を使うのが好きです。電車に乗ると、僕は電車を使うのが好き
です。I like using no makes the verb ing
好きです。電車に乗ると街のいろいろな
電車に乗ると getting on the 電車
景色を見ることができるので電車を使うのがとっても好きです。皆さんの住んでいる街では電車をよく使いますか？コメントで教えてください。これは何ですか？これは何ですか？これはバスです。バスは長くて大きい車です。バスに乗るにはバス停に行く必要があります。バスに乗りたいときはバス停に行きます。バス停には時刻表があります。時刻表があります。時刻表に書いてある時間になったらバスが来ます。バス停にバスが来ます。バスは駅がない街とか近くに駅がないところに行くときにとっても便利です。街の中を走るバスもありますが、遠くに行くためのバスもあります。そのような遠くに行くためのバスを長距離バスと言います。長距離バスを使うと遠くの町とか遠くの場所に安いお金で行くことができます。とってもいいですね。でも長距離バスを使うととっても体が疲れます。長い時間ずっと座っているので長距離バスはとっても疲れます。これは何ですか？これは何ですか？これは飛行機です。飛行機は空を飛びます。飛行機は空港で乗ることができます。
乗る means to get on, be able, not sure what this is.
飛行機を使うと遠くの場所とか遠くの国に行くことができます。飛行機で遠くの場所に行くことができます。日本は島です。日本は島なので海外から日本に来るときは飛行機を使います。海外から日本に来るときは飛行機で日本に来ます。僕はいつも飛行機に乗るとワクワクします。窓から外を見て、お、雲の上にいる 雲の上にいるのを見ると、とってもすごいワクワクします。
When you see from the window and you are above, you see that you are high, you get scared.
いるのを見ると、とってもすごいワクワクします。僕は飛行機が好きです。これは何ですか？これは何ですか？これは船です。船。これは船です。船は水の上？
水の上 above water 水上水の上
水
船は水の上
の上を移動するときに使います。船は水の上を移動するときに使います。船は川とか海で乗ることができます。川とか海で乗ることができます。僕は普段船に乗らないです。僕は普段船に乗らないです。
Never got on a ship?
ないです。僕は普段船に乗らないです。僕は普段船に乗らないです。街の中で生活しているので船に乗らないです。皆さんは船によく乗りますか？皆さんは船によく乗りますか？東京では大きい川を船で移動する、船に乗るツアーがあります。船に乗るツアーがあったりします。あとは、釣りが好きな人は、船で海に行って釣りをしたりします。僕は船に乗ると気持ち悪くなる。僕は船に乗ると気持ち悪くなる。
I feel afraid from
気持ち悪くなっちゃうので船には乗らないです。船に乗ると気持ち悪くなって大変です。だから僕は船には乗りません。皆さんは船は好きですか？はい。動画を見てくれてありがとうございます。日本語ラーニングでは日本語を勉強している人。
That was very nice. Yeah, we keep watching until we watch all his videos. Now let's watch some story.
レベル1。
レベル1。
これは何でしょう？
これは何でしょう？
作、阿波野真紀子。
これは何でしょう？
これは何でしょう？豚の形ですね。
ボタヌでペグ。豚の形ですね。
夏に使います。
夏に使います。Use it in the summer. Is used in the summer.
蚊取り豚です。
蚊取り豚です。
蚊取り線香。
蚊取り線香。
中に蚊取り線香を入れます。
So inside the 蚊取り線香 wait 蚊取り豚です。蚊取り豚です。This one is called 蚊取り with the shape of pig of Bhutan. 蚊取り線香 This one is 蚊取り線香。中に蚊取り線香 inside we put inside the 蚊取り線香。
煙で蚊が死にます。
煙で蚊が死にます。Dead, we put inside dead. This one, what is this? Dead flies. 死にます。dead. 煙。 Kemuri is flies. Kemuri de no no no. Kaga shinimasu. Kaga is flies. Okay. In the summer, that's why you use it in the summer. これは何でしょ
これは何でしょう。忍者が使いますか？
う？忍者が使いましたますか？ Does the ninja use it?
いいえ、
いいえ。
忍者は使いません。
忍者は使いません。The ninja don't use it.
けん玉です。
けん玉です。けん玉です。It's けん玉。
難しいですが、楽し
難しい。
い遊びです。
難しい。
難しいですが、楽しい遊びです。
難しいですが、楽しい遊びです。It's difficult, but it's fun. It's fun to play with. これは何でしょ
これは何でしょう。いろいろな色や模様があります。
う？いろいろな色や模様があります。いろいろ means different kinds of colors and 模様があります。It has different kind of colors.
日本のどの家にもあります。
日本のどの家にもあります。in Japanese houses.
風呂敷です。
風呂敷です。風呂敷。
いろいろなものを包みます。
いろいろなものを包みます。
便利です。
便利です。It's convenient. これは何でしょ
これは何でしょう。冬使います。
う？冬使います。in the winter. is used in the winter.
いつもみかんがあります。
いつもみかんがあります。It always has みかんが。
猫はここが大好きです。
The cat likes it a lot. The cat loves it. 猫はここが大好きです。こたつ。
こたつです。
こたつです。It's こたつ。
中はとても暖かいです。
中はとても暖かいです。Inside it, it's warm.
ここから出たくないにゃ。
ここから出たくないよ。ないによ。ここから
ここから出たくないにゃ。
I am not going out from here. She will remain.
ここでいろいろなことをします。
ここでいろいろなことをします。Inside, here, different kind of things. It has different. これ何でしょう？
これは何でしょう。
何でしょう？
魚？
魚 fish?
いいえ、魚ではありません。
魚ではありません。It's not fish.
たい焼きです。
たい焼きです。
中は甘いあんこです。
中は甘いあんこです。
おいしいお菓子です。
美味しいお菓子です。So inside it, it's sweets. Sweets. おいしい甘い sweets. 中 inside. おいしいお菓子です。お菓子です。
甘いあんこです。おいしいお菓子です。
おいしいお菓子です。A tasty snack.
魚のタイ。
魚のタイ。
お菓子のタイ。
お菓子のタイ。Taste. Snack. Thai fish. Thai fish. And Thai snack. Thailand. I think Thailand. I think. これは何でしょ
これは何でしょう。人形？
人形
目がありません。
目がありません。doesn't have eyes.
手も足もありません。目がありません。
目がありません。
手も足もありません。
手も足もありません。Also doesn't have hands and legs.
ちょっと怖い顔です。
ちょっと怖い顔です。It's a bit scary. だるま
だるまです。
だるまです。
目を一つ描きます。
目を一つ描きます。has one eye. 目を一つ描きます。has one eye.
そしてお願いします。
そしてお願いします。and then お願いします。
大学に合格しますように。
合格しますように。大学に University 合格しますように。No idea.
やったー！合格だー！
合格だ。
もう一つの目を描きます。
もう一つの目を描きます。draw 描きます。draw I think もう一つの目を描きます。draw one eye
だるまさん、ありがとう。
already drew one eye
と、
だるまさん、ありがとう。
これは何でしょう。酒屋の入り口にあります。
酒屋の入り口にあります。酒屋、酒の入り口、entrance, 入り口 means entrance にあります。It has sake in the entrance. And sake shop. In the entrance of the sake shop. Okay, means shop.
入り口にあります。
お酒の入り口にあります。The entrance of the sake shop.
杉玉です。
杉玉です。
冬、新しいお酒ができます。
冬、新しいお酒ができます。冬 means winter. 新しい new お酒ができます。Able to drink new sake?
新しい緑の杉玉を
緑、green
できます。新しい緑の杉玉をお店の前に下げます。
お店の前に下げます。new green 杉玉の色は杉玉 means お店ショップの前に下げます。below? No idea. これは何でしょう？
これは何でしょう。お化け？
お化け？
いいえ。
お化け means ghost.
お化けではありません。
いいえ、お化けではありません。It's not a ghost. お化け。
雨や曇りの日に窓のそばに雨や曇りの日に窓のそばにいます。
So, 雨 means rain や曇りの日に in the rainy days 曇り snowed, I think snow rainy and sun days 窓、window 窓のそばにいます。
てるてる坊主です。
てるてる坊主です。
明日は 家族で出かけます。
家族で出かけます。
てるてる坊主、
明日は
明日は家
tomorrow
族で出かけます。
家族で出かけます。at family exit at the family
てるてる坊主にお願いしま
坊主にお願いします。it's てるてる坊主に please
明日、いい天気にしてください。
you put this so that tomorrow the weather becomes nice, please. 明日、いい天気にしてください。praying for good weather.
晴れました。
晴れました。summer. Okay, that was very nice. Tomorrow we watch this long story.
Toilet Foundation είναι επιτυχία χωρίς πανελλήνιες.
So, 36 from 94 videos. We soon finish this playlist as well. So we have two playlists to finish actually. This one and this one. Maybe in the next 2 months it will be finished. So now let's just do some Anki. Let's make it 5 because it's a lot. We save ourselves 15 cards.
毎日見に来るんだ。
毎日見に来るんだ。I come here to see. Come daily here every day, yeah, to see, to watch. 静かです。静かじゃないです。静かでした。静かじゃなかったです。
私は構いませんので。
私は構いませんので。私は構いませんので。Because I don't mind. Because I don't mind. Don't worry, because I don't mind. 私は構いませんので。
私は構いませんので。
私は構いませんので。No, don't worry, because I don't mind.
こんなに暑いのにお茶って。
こんなに暑いに。
こんなに暑いのにお茶って。
こんなに暑いのにお茶って。Even though it's this hot, it's hot like this, we drink chai, tea.
もうすぐここへ来るでしょう。
もうすぐここへ来るでしょう。soon he will come. Come here soon.
何をしに来た？
何をしに来た？ Why did you come here? To do what? Came here to...
今どこにいる？
今どこにいる？今どこにいる？ Where is he now?
私はなぜここにいる？
私はなぜここにいる？私はなぜここにいる？ Why I am here? Why am I here? So why am I here?
原因何です？
原因何です？ The cause? What is it?
学校に来る？
学校にいる。学校に来る。学校に来る。Come to school. Come to school. Additions to the question marker ka. As you might remember from previous examples, questions in Japanese often don't require the question marker. Just from the intonation you usually hear if somebody asks a question. This is particularly the case for casual Japanese, where the question marker is usually omitted. It's important to keep this in mind. Okay, I remember this.
仕事だからな。
仕事だからな。仕事だからな。Because of work. Because of work.
すべての問題は
すべての問題は
人間の心から来るんだよ。
すべての問題は人間の心から来るんだよ。
すべての問題は人間の心から来るんだよ。
すべての問題は人間の
ここにいる人たちは
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 ここにいる人たちは As for the people in here who are here. As for the people who are here.
ちょっと遅いけど、朝ごはん。
ちょっと遅いけど、朝ごはん。It's a little bit late, but here's your breakfast.
悲しいはずはないだろ。
悲しいはずないだろ。
悲しいはずはないだろ。
悲しいはずないだろ。はずはないだろ。
悲しいはずはないだろ。
悲しいはずはないだろ。It does not have to be sad. It does not have to be sad. Shouldn't be sad. Shouldn't. はず means shouldn't.
何があったんだ？
何があったんだ？何があったんだ？ What happened? あったんだ。Literally, what was there? This is a question without question mark. Moreover, the pronunciation of the sentence does not sound like a question, but it starts with a question word. For people wondering why a question is ending on da, have a look in this discussion. In short, makes okay. Let's see it again because
嘘もつかないし、悪いこともしない。
嘘もつかないし、悪いこともしない。嘘もつかないし、悪いこともしない。嘘もつかないし、悪いこともしない。嘘もつかないし、You don't lie. You also don't lie. And you don't do bad things. You're a good person because not only you don't lie, but you also don't do bad things.
嘘もつかないし、悪いこともしない。
悪いこともしない。So not only you don't lie, but also you don't do bad things. Okay.
約束しましたよ。
約束しましたよ。You promise? I made a promise. しましたよ。
いい人たちだよ。
人たちだよ。いい人たちだよ。Yes, nice group of people. Nice group of These people are nice.
おはようございます、お父さん。
おはようございます。Okay, thank you, father. Easy. In relative clauses, the question marked ka in relative clauses. A relative clause ending on ka allows you to talk about a certain question. These will be introduced in the following cards. Remark: Taikim and most other websites introduce relative clauses mostly as sentences that act as adjectives in order to describe nouns. This is, however, often not the case for relative clauses ending on ka. Here, the relative clause usually does not describe a noun, but the sentence continues with a verb. Don't worry if this sounds overly technical, but just keep in mind what a relative clause usually is: a sub-sentence embedded into a larger sentence. Don't worry about this technical grammar first. The following sentences are quite easy, I hope.
彼女は私の大事な仲間だ。
彼女は私の大事な仲間だ。彼女は as for her 私の大事な仲間だ。Forgot what 大事 means. Important. My important comrade. As for her, she is my important comrade. My important fellow. As for her, she is my important fellow. Okay. Yes.
彼女は私の大事な仲間だ。
彼女は私の大事な仲間だ。彼女は私の大事な仲間だ。
彼女は私の大事な仲間だ。
彼女は私の大事な仲間だ。彼女は私の大事な仲間だ。私の大事な仲間だ。So here she is my important friend.
好きな食べ物は
好きな食べ物は What's your favorite food?
ごめんなさい。私のせいだ。
ごめんなさい、私のせいだ。Sorry, it's my fault.
嘘つかない？
嘘つかない ?You are not lying.
全然大丈夫じゃありませんでしたよ。
全然大丈夫じゃありませんでしたよ。
本当にありがとうございました。
本当にありがとうございました。Thank you, thank you, really thank you.
広島へ帰ります。
広島へ帰ります。Return to Hiroshima.
一度夢を見た。
夢を見た。一度夢を見た。I once saw a dream. Once had a dream.
甘くて美味しいです。
甘くて美味しいです。It's sweet and tasty.
なんでよ。おかしいよ。おかしいよ、この家。
なんでよ。おかしいよ。おかしいよ、この家。For why did you do this? Weird family. Okay. Why? なんでよ。Why? You are weird. This family is weird.
何のことだかわからない。
何のことだかわからない。何のことだからかわからない。I don't understand. 何の What is this thing? I don't understand. Question mark. Have no idea what you are talking about. Here the conversation revolves around the question of what a certain thing or matter actually is. Speaker doesn't understand and says, I don't understand the question of what matter is. A relative clause says that is a sub-sentence embedded into a larger sentence ending on a ka allows to talk about a certain question. Relative clause, nando koto da ka, what matter is. Main sentence, wakaranai, I don't understand. So a sub-sentence embedded into a larger sentence. Relative clause, nan koto.
何のことだかわからない。
What matter is this? I don't understand. I have no idea what you are talking about. Note that wakaru means to understand or comprehend something. To just know something is shiru in Japanese. Keep this in mind for the following examples.
暑いし、それに疲れたわよ。
暑いし、それに疲れたわよ。It's hot. Besides, I am getting tired. And besides,
大事な話があります。
大事な話があります。There is an important conversation.
一度だけ見たことがある。
一度だけ見たことがある。一度 means once. だけ見た。そう。ことがある。Yeah, I don't remember. No idea what this means. So only one thing exists.
一度だけ見たことがある。
一度だけ見たことがある。The once saw thing exists. So I saw it once. I saw it only once. だけ means only. だけ means only. 一度 once only. Saw exists. Thing exists. I saw it only once. So only one thing is there. I've only seen this once. Dake means only, yes. Let's see it again. Arewa? Inu? That over there is a cat?
何を見た？
何を見た？何を見た？何を見た？What did I see?
それが私の夢。
それが私の夢。 それが私の夢。That is my dream. Addition to the question, okay.
この道は本当に安全なの。
ことの道は本当に安全なの。So as for this road, it's really 安全. Forgot what 安全 means. この道は本当に安全なの. I forgot what 安全 means. Because as for this road, it is really safe. 安全 safe, security.
この道は本当に安全なの。
この道は本当に安全なの。Okay, safe.
図書館とか、水族館とか。
図書館とか、水族館とか、図書館とか、水族館とか。
その気持ちはわかります。
その気持ちはわかります。As for this feeling, I understand. For that feeling, I understand.
大丈夫。僕がいる。
僕がいる。大丈夫。僕がいる。
どこに行ったかわかります？
どこに行ったかわかります。Where did you go? Where did he go? I don't understand. I understand.
どこに行ったかわかります？
どこに行ったかわかります？ I understand. Where did he go? Here the conversation around the question of where someone went. Do you understand where he went?
どこに行ったかわかります？
どこに行ったかわかります？ Do you understand? Do you know where did he go? Where he went? Relative clause, a sub-sentence embedded into a larger sentence, ending on ka, allows to talk about a certain question. Relative clause, どこに行ったか? Where did he go? Main sentence, わかります. Do you know? Listen to the intonation in
どこに行ったかわかります？
わかります? No, that わかる means to understand or comprehend. So a relative clause that is a subsequent embedded into a larger question. Relative clause, どこに行ったか? A sub-sentence embedded into a larger question ending on ka. Let's talk about a certain question. Main sentence, わかりません. Do you know? Where did he go? Okay.
悲しいはずはないだろ。
悲しいはずはないだろ。It doesn't have, it shouldn't be this, it shouldn't be sad. Shouldn't be sad.
何があったんだ？
何があったんだ？ What happened? 何があったんだ？
こっちにも道が。
こっちにも道が。This is the road. This is also the road. Walking a road that is maybe not in a good condition and seems to have talked about this. Then the speaker said, here too road is bad. Okay.
いつからなくなった？
いつからなくなった？いつからなくなった？ Until when you are not going to be able? Since when did your glasses disappear? Since when did disappear? Okay, anyways.
よく頑張ったよ。本当に。
よく頑張ったよ。本当に。You really did your best.
はい、私は大丈夫ですが。
はい、私は大丈夫ですが。Yes, okay, but.
いいから、いいから。
いいから、いいから。Forgot. Never mind, never mind. Don't worry about that. いいから。Okay.
この道来たことがあるな。
この道来たことがあるな。This road came to this road thing exists. So I've already came to this road.
この道来たことがあるな。
この道来たことがあるな。この道来たことがあるな。I already came to this road. came to this street exist. I've already been to this road before.
これは俺の問題。
これは俺の問題。
これは俺の問題。これは俺の問題。
This is my problem. これは俺の問題。
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 約束しましたよ。
約束しましたよ。I made a promise.
誰かいないのか？
誰かいないのか？誰かいないのか？誰かいないのか？誰か means 誰か。誰か means someone or someone. Someone. Wait, 誰か。
誰かいないのか？
Is there someone? I think. Question mark close ending on a card allows you to talk about a certain question. This will be introduced in the following cards. Okay, anyways.
いつから行くの？
いつから行くの？ Until when? Since when do you go? Since when do you go?
どこかにいるはずだ。
どこかにいるはずだ。
絶対にいる。
絶対にいる。He should be somewhere there. He's definitely there.
今はどこにいるかわかんねえけど。今はどこにいるかわかんねえけど。
わからない。So, 今はどこにいるか。今はどこにいるか。今はどこにいるか。Now, where is he? わかんねえけど。
今はどこにいるかわかんねえけど。
わかんねえけど。けど means but, I think. わかんねえ。First time I see わかんねえ。But where is he now? Question mark. As for now, where is he? Question mark. I don't understand, I think. Here you can revolve around the question of where someone is. The speaker says, I know where he was yesterday, but I don't understand where he is now. A relative clause sentence ending on ka allows to talk about a certain question. Relative clause, 今はどこにいるか? So now where is he? Main question. わからないけど but I don't understand. わからないけど Wait, how did he?
今はどこにいるかわかんねえけど。
わかんねえけど But I don't understand. But I don't understand. As for now, where is he?
今はどこにいるかわかんねえけど。
今はどこにいるかわかんねえけど As for now, where is he? I don't understand. Okay. So yesterday I knew where he was, but I don't understand now where he is.
何のことだかわからない。
何のことだから何のことだかわからない。What is the matter? I don't understand. What is the matter? I don't understand. Have no idea what you're talking about. Okay.
メールの相手、誰なの？
メールの相手、誰なの？メールの相手、誰なの？The email friend, who is he? As for the email, who is he?
なぜ嘘をつく？
なぜ嘘をつく？なぜ嘘をつく？ Why do you lie? なぜ嘘をつく？なぜ嘘をつく？
大丈夫。僕がいる。
大丈夫。僕がいる。
図書館とか、水族館とか。
図書館とか、水族館とか。So things like library, aquarium, 図書館とか、水族館とか、水族館とか、
図書館とか、水族館とか、
水族館とか、水族館とか、水族館とか、
図書館とか、
はいはいはい。
水族館とか。
Swiss has water in it. 水族館とか。It also has the can in it. Same as the 図書館。So yeah.
強くなりました。
強くなりました。強くなりました。He wasn't strong. Became strong.
強くなりました。
強くなりました。Became strong. 強くなりました。Became. 強く strong なりました。Became.
でも俺塾あるしな。
でも俺塾あるしな。あるしな。Yeah, he has, but I have an exam. Some exam I have.
一度だけ見たことがある。
一度だけ見たことがある。So once, only once, saw, thing exists means I've seen this only once. I've seen it only once.
一度だけ見たことがある。
一度だけ見たことがある。一度だけ見たことがある。I've seen it only once. Saw it only once.
失うものは大きい
失う
ぞ。
ものは大きいぞ。失うものは大きいぞ。
失うものは大きいぞ。
失うものは大きいぞ。失うものは大きいぞ。
味わったことがあるのか。
味わったことがあるのか。味わったことがあるのか。Have you tasted this before? いや、味わった tasted thing exists question mark. So have you tasted this before? Have you tasted this before? 味わったことがあるのか。
本当にうまかったよ。
本当にうまかったよ。本当にうまかったよ。
本当にうまかったよ。
本当にうまかったよ。It was tasty. It was really tasty.
こんなに近くにいるのにキスもできないよ。
こんなに近くにいるのに、こんなに近くにいるのに、こんなに近くにいるのに、キスもできないよ。キスもできないよ。Even though they were this close, キスもできない。They couldn't kiss. Can't kiss.
この道は本当に安全なの。
この道は本当に安全なの。この道は本当に安全なの。この道は本当に安全なの。This road is really safe. Don't worry, this road is really
大丈夫。僕がいる。
大丈夫。僕がいる。大丈夫。僕がいる。
どこに行ったかわかります？
どこに行ったかわかります？どこに行ったかわかります？ Where did he go? Do you know?
いいからいいから。
いいから。Never mind.
これは俺の問題。
これは俺の問題。これは俺の問題。
これは俺の問題。
これは俺の問題。This is my problem.
いつからなくなった？
いつからなくなった？Since when did it disappear?
今どこにいるかわかんねえけど。
今どこにいるかわかんねけど。As for now, where is he? I don't understand.
なぜ嘘をつく？
なぜ嘘をつく Why do you lie?
強くなりました。
強くなりました。Strong became strong. 強いきました。
この仕事に失敗は許されない。
この仕事に この仕事に失敗は許されない。So this job is 失敗は doesn't forgive this
この仕事に失敗は許されない。
failing at this job is not forgivable. Fail. So 失敗 means to fail. この仕事に失敗は許されない。許されない。
なんで笑うの？
なんで笑うの？ Why do you laugh? Why do you laugh? Why do you laugh?
私、失敗したかな？
私、失敗したかな？ I failed, didn't I?
皆さんは最近失敗をしましたか？
皆さんは最近失敗をしましたか？皆さんは as for everyone 最近 have you recently failed? 最近 means recently 失敗をしましたか？ Have you recently failed?
皆さんは最近失敗をしましたか？
皆さんは最近失敗をしましたか？ Have you recently failed? なぜ逃げる？なぜ逃げる？ Why do you run away? なぜ逃げる？なぜ逃げる？なぜ逃げる？なぜ逃げる？ Okay. How much time did we do? 1.5 hours. Okay, let's finish this also. And then we stop. 冬になりました。冬になりました。なりました。
冬になりました。寒くなりました。
冬になりました。冬になりました。寒くなりました。寒い。OK。おはようございます。いいお天気ですね。いいお天気ですね。おはようございます。いいお天気ですね。そうですね。The weather is good. Yes, it is. 夏。春、スプリング、春。いつか会社になりたいです。
いつか社長になりたいです。
いつか I want to become いつか社長になりたいです。社長。割れました。I forgot. 割れました。宿題を割れました。
宿題を忘れました。
宿題を忘れました。not 割れました。忘れました。I forgot my homework. 宿題を忘れました。これは何ですか？本です。
これは何？
スマホで写真を撮ります。スマホで写真を撮ります。I take photo with my phone.
スマホで写真を撮ります。
スマホで写真を撮ります。小さいパソコンが欲しいです。
小さいパソコンが欲しいです。
欲しいです。小さいパソコンが欲しいです。欲しいです。I want small. ブラジルが勝ちました。ブラジルが勝ちました。ブラジル won。勝ちました。勝つ to win。
ブラジルが勝ちました。
ブラジルが勝ちました。青い or 赤い。
暑い。
hot。暑い。No idea what this is.
相撲。
夏が好きです。itchy something 好きです。
夏が一番好きです。
一番 What's like some of the best? best 一番。夏が一番好きです。夏が一番好きです。昨日 or 今日の天気はどうですか？今日の天気はどうですか？
今日の天気はどうですか？
お願いいっぱいです。
お腹がいっぱいです。
お腹がいっぱいです。お腹がいっぱいです。I am full. お腹がいっぱいです。
なら。
なら。牛乳、牛乳。
牛乳。
牛乳、ミルク。牛乳、ミルク。コンビニでチケットのができます。
コンビニでチケットの予約ができます。
の予約ができます。You make a reservation for the ticket at the convenience store. できる can possible situation having the ability to do. You can make できます。できる can wait, I was seeing できる only in hiragana. But it's de, exit, and can, which makes コンビニでチケットの予約ができます。So 予約 means reservation. コンビニでチケットの予約ができます。Okay. 7月に乗ります。登ります。富士山に登ります。7月に富士山に登ります。7月に富士山に登ります。
7月に富士山に登ります。
7月に富士山に登ります。漫画嫌いです。漫画が嫌いです。
漫画が嫌いです。
漫画が嫌いです。海より山の漫画好きです。
海より山の方が好きです。
海より山の方が好きです。方 means more 方 So 海より山の方が好きです。More, so より means than the ocean. 方 means more. So I like the mountains more than the 海。私の家族に来てください。
ぜひ私の家に来てください。
ぜひ私の家に来てください。Please definitely come to my house. Not 家族、うち。ぜひ私の家に来てください。Please, definitely please come to my house.
札幌。
札幌。6月は雨がいいです。
6月は雨が多いです。
6月は雨が多いです。Okay, a lot. 多いです。a lot. No idea.
お仕事は？
教師です。
Of course, 仕事。お仕事は教師です。Teacher, 教師。So how did I forget 仕事? I definitely know 仕事。Just I wasn't focused enough. ダンスができます。ダンスができます。I can dance. I can dance. できます。
ダンスができます。
can. 絵を描きます。I know this kanji. I forgot.
簡単な絵を描きます。
簡単な絵を描きます。簡単な絵を描きます。I paint simple paintings. 簡単な絵を描きます。川で釣りをします。川で釣りをします。I fish at the river.
川で釣りをします。
川で釣りをします。川で釣りをします。ピアノを
弾きます。
弾きます。プレイ弾きます。ピアノを弾きます。銀行
鎌倉。
鎌倉、マリアさんはダンスが上手です。マリアさんはダンスが上手です。is good at dancing.
マリアさんはダンスが上手です。
ダンスは上手です。マリアさんはダンスが上手です。みんなで日本の歌を歌います。みんなで日本の歌を歌います。
みんなで日本の歌を歌います。
みんなで日本の歌を歌います。みんなで日本の歌を歌います。We all sing Japanese songs. 何台も来ました？
何回も北海道へ行きました。
Times, how many times? 何回？ Okay. 映画は7月に回ります。10時に、why did I say 7月 ?10 時に回ります。映画は10時に始まります。始まります。映画は10時に始まります。
映画は10時に始まります。
映画は 10時に始まります。いくらですか？person 店や or 店社員3千 or 3500円でこだすでございます。3500円でございます。いくらですか？ This one, I don't know. Person, I think person means. So, 社員。
いくらですか
？3500円でございます。
店員。Clerk, 店員 the shop. This one means 店。So, 店員。できざいます is item cost.
いくらですか
？3500円でございます。
3000 not 3000 3500円でございます。The item cost 春 spring
春。
小さいパソコンが欲しいです。小さいパソコンが欲しいです。
小さいパソコンが欲しいです。
冬になりました。寒くなりました。
冬になりました。寒くなりました。
冬になりました。寒くなりました。 暑い。
暑い。
これは、夏ちます。
これは役に立ちます。
立ちます。helpful 役に立ちます。役に立ちます。これは役に立ちます。これは役に立ちます。お腹がいっぱいです。お腹がいっぱいです。
お腹がいっぱいです。
お腹がいっぱいです。お腹がいっぱいです。漫画はあまり好きじゃないありません。漫画はあまり好きじゃないありません。
漫画はあまり好きじゃありません。
好きじゃありません。かい。
暖かい。
暖かい。warm, of course. 暖かい。毎日ジョギングをしています。毎日ジョギングをしています。I do jogging every day.
毎日ジョギングをしています。
ジョギングをしています。別々にお願いします。別々にお願いします。
別々にお願いします。
別々にお願いします。別々にお願いします。強い、strong。
強い。
強い。Let's see it again. いろいろな店があります。いろいろな店があります。いろいろな店があります。Different kinds of shops. いろいろな店があります。
いろいろな店があります。
いろいろな店があります。It looks like color. this 感じ。色。or 白。or 色。コンビニでチケットのができます。チケット予約ができます。できますか ?You can make reservation at the ticket reservation at the コンビニ。
コンビニでチケットの予約ができます。
予約ができます。予約ができます。夏が好きです。失敗、いっぱい好きです。
夏が一番好きです。
夏が一番好きです。一番。天人、どんなカメラをしですか？
どんなカメラをお探しですか？
おさんが、Are you looking for something? So, お探しですか？ What kind of camera are you looking for? So, お探しですか？ You looking for? どんなカメラをお探しですか？どんなカメラをお探しですか？の海で泳ぎました。海で泳ぎしました。This city name no the sea of the city on で泳ぎました。
沖縄の海で泳ぎました。
泳ぎました。沖縄海で泳ぎました。海より山の方が好きです。海より山の方が好きです。So more than the sea, I like the mountain more than the sea.
海より山の方が好きです。
海より山の方が好きです。ゴルフ。
ゴルフ。
お仕事は教師です。
お仕事は
教師です。
教師です。お仕事は教師です。6月は雨が多いです。多いです。6月は雨が多いです。It rains a lot in 6月、June。
6月は雨が多いです。
多いです。は、な、
桜はきれいな花です。
桜はきれいな花です。花です、of course. How did I forget? 目で桜を見ました。
初めて桜を見ました。
初めて桜を見ました。I saw sakura for the first time. 初めて桜を見ました。の、私の、ぜひ、ぜひ私の家に来てください。ぜひ。
ぜひ、私の家に来てください。
ぜひ私の家に来てください。父の仕事を手伝います。父の仕事を手伝います。I help my father with work.
父の仕事を手伝います。
父の仕事を手伝います。一度、花見をしたことがあります。
一度、花見をしたことがあります。
一度、花見をしたことがあります。So I went to flower viewing once before. ダンスができます。ダンスができます。ダンスができます。
ダンスができます。
ダンスができます。ピアノを弾きます。ピアノを弾きます。
ピアノを弾きます。
ピアノを弾きます。今日、雨が
今日、雨が降ります。
降ります。fall, like 秋。降ります。Wait, let's see. 秋、what does 秋？秋、okay? No, it's different. It's different. So, 降ります。No, it's different. It's totally different. So, to fall. To fall. 降ります。Okay. いくらですか？ 3500 円でございます。ございます。3500 円でございます。
いくらですか？
3500円でございます。
これは役に立ちます。役に立ちます。
これは役に立ちます。
これは役に立ちます。暖かい。強い。
強い。
どんなカメラをお探しですか？
どんなカメラをお探しですか？
探しですか？探し。きれいな花です。桜はきれいな花です。桜はきれいな花です。
桜はきれいな花です。
きれいな花です。桜はきれいな花です。初めて桜を見ました。
初めて桜を見ました。
初めて桜を見ました。一度花見をしたことがあります。一度花見をしたことがあります。
一度花見をしたことがあります。
花見をしたことがあります。今日、雨が降ります。
今日、
خلي بالكهرباء. بالهاي مال شاحنة مال التليفون. Okay, we finish.